This is set number 71004, the LEGO Movie Collectible Minifigures. And today we have Calamity Drone. This is a set from late 2013, early 2014. Ages 5 and up, 16 figures. And I do apologize, a lot of these figures I've forgotten to put the the piece count for them. But this figure has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces to her set. And this retails for $3. This is, I don't know if it's really one of the easier figures to find, but it can be confused with some other ones, so be careful finding this. Let's take a closer look at the figure now, starting off with the package. And the package we have shows her on the front. She is one of 2 figures that has a dress, and one of 3 that doesn't have legs at all. I do not have the dot codes for her on the back, because they are hard to see on here, and it's, in my opinion, better to just feel the packages. Calamity Drone is number 1 of the collectible minifigures in this line, 1 of 16. Here are some of the other figures shown in the checklist. And on the back, we get to see the LEGO Movie little advertisement. On the bottom, it shows a QR code, which you can use to access the LEGO Movie Experience app, available from the App Store, and to see the LEGO Movie trailer, in case you haven't seen it already. So let's take a closer look at this figure now. Calamity Drone, there's not much too much known about her, but we do know that she is a robot, similar to some other ones from the LEGO Movie. And we have, I believe, 3 in this series. This one is one of them. We also have, what's his face? Wily Fusebot as another one, and the third one being Velma Staplebot. But let's just focus on this figure for now. Calamity Drone is described in the LEGO Essential Guide. And let me just flip to that page. It has a little bit of information in there about her. A little bit better than I know personally. Just give me a sec. But you can see she has some excellent torso detail as well as dress detail to align with it. She works well as a Wild West character. In the LEGO Essential Guide, it says, Calamity Drone spies for Lord Business whilst can dancing. So she is one of the many Wild West robots that's just patrolling the area as a sort of spy to see for any sorts of suspicious activity. You can see there is a lot of chrome on her. Her arms are made of chrome silver pieces, as well as her head. And there's also a little bit of chrome on the top of her torso. Now, some people don't like this because it takes away from her use. Comparison to Wild West Wild Style, you can see she has the skin there on top of her dress. So you can tell that this silverish area is also a sort of robot skin. It takes away from the use of the minifigure if you look at it too much into detail. I think it still can be usable if you try to block it out with something, or if you just try to ignore it. She carries an old style of a rifle, which is, common for some of the Wild West themes and pirate themes. So it, works well as a nice weapon. And it's also one of the best parts of finding her, and one of the most unique features in comparison to some things like the dresses. Because like I just showed and mentioned, the dress is probably one of the last pieces you want to find. I mean, it helps, but it doesn't, because you might confuse it with some other figures. On the back, you can see her unique hairpiece, which has this nice little locks look on the back. I don't know exactly the hairstyle used, but it's a very unique one, and I like the mold that's used. We'll take off the back, and you can see more of her torso. I guess it's kind of like a corset. Maybe it's just a regular dress, but you can see that's kind of, again, in the way of reuse as far as a regular minifigure wearing this. Here we have the hairpiece without any accessories on it. This is how it appears in the bag, and it does have the hole on top, so you can put a hat piece or other accessory on. This hat piece does come separately in the bag, So if you want to try to look for pieces, this is another unique one. A little tricky to find, but still you can manage to figure it out. And that just attaches simply on the top. Has a little bit of movement on the sides if you wanted to move it a little bit. I'll just lower her arm, and you can get a good look at her face. Now, her face really much reminds me of the face that we get for the Lady Robot in Series 11, except that this one is made for a minifigure head, as opposed to the robot I mentioned, which is, you know, a more square head. So I like the detail on here in trying to make it look like a disguised female figure. I also like the Wild West type figures that we have in this LEGO movie series. We got a lot of them. Between the sets and the collectible minifigures, I am actually enjoying these. A lot of them can be reused easily, but you can also, except for this one, but you can also use just the robot ones as really good disguises for a big Wild West scene. I believe this is one of 9 different robots that are available from the LEGO Movie theme in total, not just the series, but also from the sets. So it's a good addition, and with that doesn't make it too plain like some of these figures. So in total, I actually like this figure a lot. The hairpiece is done a little bit better than I thought it would. I like the detail that's used for the torso, even though it's a little bit limited on its use. And the idea of these robot figures is actually working out very nicely. At first, I wasn't sure about the LEGO Movie figures having a lot of robots, but I actually like all the designs and the ideas spawning from these disguised robots. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time with more LEGO set reviews.